everybody. Welcome to the Midweek Check-In. I hope you had an awesome Easter weekend. Here we are. We find ourselves heading towards the middle of April already. And I don't know about you guys, but here's where I'm at in the Bible Project. I just finished the book of 2 Samuel. So now David is essentially dead. We're heading into 1 Kings. But something really struck me at the end of 2 Samuel as I was thinking about David's life. And that was his plight and his wrestle with the Philistines. If we can remember all the way back to 1 Samuel, David first met the Philistines and Goliath, right? And when he fought Goliath, he won. He cut that guy's head right off. Gross. That sounds so disgusting. But you would think that that was the end of it all, right? That was it, the last time that he would ever have to battle the Philistines. But I noticed throughout the rest of the book of 1 Samuel and all through the book of 2 Samuel, actually, David battles the Philistines time and time and time again. And I really, really related to him in this place. I don't know about you guys, but I struggle with stuff all the time that is something like, here it is again. It's like around the mountain, around the mountain, around the mountain. Can I just go over the mountain? And that was really a struggle that he had and that we got to see firsthand, but he stayed very faithful. I'm sure he was frustrated, and that in fact, David was so good about pouring out his frustrations before the Lord, his lament, his anger even. He did a really good job processing that. But what I never saw in him was that he thought to himself, oh my goodness, because I am here again with the Philistines, fighting them again, my faith is just not working. He never questioned his faith. And so I want to encourage you today that if you find yourself doing the same battles over and over and over again, it's not the fact that your faith isn't working. As a discipleship pastor here at Living Word, I take discipleship really, really seriously in my own life. And I also really want to walk alongside others in a very serious way, because the Lord Jesus himself, he gave us a really good model of how to walk out our faith. And ultimately, it's not that our faith isn't working when we come up against these same battles time and time and time again, but there is an obedience that is involved. And there is a faithfulness that is involved in just trusting what he is asking us to do. Trusting that as we live our lives as best we can, which is very hard. It's really, really simple. Jesus lived a very simple life. He showed us how to live very simply, but it's really, really hard to do it. As we work to carry that out, as we work to live our lives as Jesus did, we will combat these battles eventually. We can have faith in him. We can trust him in the midst of that. And please don't doubt your faith because of it. But go back and check your obedience. I think that is something that is really, really important. David was very obedient. Came before the Lord, he asked the Lord, he begged and pleaded, and he only moved and only responded, even with the Philistines, when the Lord said that he was going to be victorious and to go out and to do just that. That's what I pray over you guys this week, that as we continue to work our way through the Bible, that we're learning tangible things like this, we're applying them to our lives, and we're trusting that when we're obedient to Jesus and the way that he lived his life and the way he's calling us to, we will combat our battles eventually out of faithfulness. All right, you guys, that's it for me today. If you have any questions about what you're reading, again, we're in 1 Kings. If you have any questions, you can email those questions to me at shannon@livingwordoakharbor.com. Or if the Lord has moved in your life, maybe in one of these battle areas that we actually just talked about today, send me an email because we want to hear about that too. But until then, know that you are blessed and you are loved, and we'll talk to you next week.